Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I want to move on to a particular area, but before I do that, I just want to put one more bit of pressure on this idea that I said earlier. One concern is that maybe there's no there with one criticism it seems you could make, and you said, well, obviously I can't lay it all out in 60 seconds, and I take that.
Diet Coke.
I take that point.
Glass, yeah.
I take that point very, very, very clearly. I'm not expecting you to be able to sum it up in a minute.
Hammer waiter.
The slightly different criticism question I'm trying to ask is there a sense in which this concept of potential is so all-embracing that it is sort of empty? That by saying so much, you sort of end up saying nothing.
I'm saying the reverse.
Okay.
I'm saying it's everything. We're all part of it.
But I mean, couldn't I, if I came along and I said that the secret of everything is,
say it.
blah. I just made it.
It's the omega force. No, but I'm saying that the defining power of this theory is that it's self-evident that potential possibility is eternal, and that's the only concept.
Right.
And I'm saying that's what marks this apart from everything else,
Okay.
every other theory. Without that,
Sure. Right.
you're one of many people who have this light bulb went off in their little brain. Okay?
Yeah.
But with that, respectfully, I believe it's bulletproof
Right.
and will prevail. And it was actually offered to me by somebody who doesn't even like me. He said to me, it's self-evident. I said,
Right.
That's what I was looking for. You're right.
Right.
No, a glass and a... You understand?
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
That's what anchors it. Because I take the only concept, which is by definition eternal, and I show them that one concept with a little spin works with everything. Tell me, where did humankind come? Where did the Earth come from?
I don't know.
You don't know. What ignited the Big Bang?
Thank you.
What ignited the Big Bang?
I have no idea.
What's your purpose?
I have no idea.
Wait. Okay, are you a high-level journalist, right? You won this prize and that prize, right? You observe the world. You're widely read.
Yeah.
You're a smart boy. You're a very smart boy.
And yet I have no idea about the answer to these major questions.
That's correct. No, I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm saying to you, hey, listen, young man, Mr. Prize winner of this and that, I offer you a matrix to look at. And I say, this matrix works. And not only does it work, it's uplifting. It's uplifting, it's ennobling, it's empowering. Not only is it lifting, ennobling, empowering, it's unifying. Meaning, if all part of this one great potential, and somebody cuts you off on the highway, maybe be a little less quick to go ballistic. We're all in this together. We're all part of a great cosmic journey towards potential. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On many levels, there are only positives here, any which way. Only every which way. It's one common denominator which works. It may be wrong, but you know what? But it works. And it works better than anything else. And not only that, I guess at the conference, a big conference on science and religion at Bard, April 2012. Focus on my book.
Yeah.
We asked, what is the competing metaphysics? What's the competing paradigm? That's a fair question. That should be your next question. So what's the competition? We want to know what's the competition.
What's the competition?
There is no competition. You tell me. I'm asking you. You're a big-time journalist. You tell me what's the competition. You tell me. Let's hear it.
Yeah, no, I mean...
you don't know.
String theory.
String theory? Bullshit. It's nonsense. String theory is a theory in physics.
Right.
And where did the string come from?
You can always ask that question.
Right.
Yeah.
Multiverse? Where did the multiverse come from? You always vector back to the same question. Where did that come from? No, meaning not the string theory BS. I'm saying it's a theory
As
of everything.
Overarching theory.
It's only a theory of everything in physics.
Right.
It's not an overarching theory. Am I clear? It's not BS, but it's a potential overarching theory. It breaks down.
But somebody who was a proponent of that might say, well, we only need a theory of everything in physics because the rest of these realms are human inventions. The answer to what is the content of metaphysics is that metaphysics is just philosophers.
Okay, I say that all these issues of what's important, what's not important. Don't ask me. Don't ask the academic. Line up 100 random college freshmen because they tend to be idealistic. They tend to be relatively honest, and they tend to be seeking truth.
Mm-hmm.
And ask them, are you satisfied with stopping with string theory?
Right.
Or do you want to go a little bit further?
Yeah.
Now, we love the scientists. We admire them. They're great. They've done remarkable work. In fact, it's unbelievable how far they've come so fast. I don't even know how it's possible that they've gotten so far. But remember, they're bound by experimentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, once in a while we ask them their opinion. They give their opinion. They make a mistake in their opinion. They get shut down.
Yeah.
But physics is bound by experimentation. I am bound by elegance, not by experimentation. I not want to fight your experimentation results. On the contrary, the more you give me, the better. It's raw material.
Yeah.
But I'm not bound by it. You are bound by it. I am not, by definition. So therefore, you see, society has empowered the physicists to become metaphysicians.
Yeah.
But it was, I respect it's a mistake.
Yes.
And not only
Yeah.
that, they may not even be qualified by their predilection, by their wiring.
Yeah.
Just like I would never make a good physicist by my wiring. It's always a different skill set.
Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm saying, right?
I do, and I think
Right.
it's interesting. I
Right.
mean, it's a little curious. I mean, it's interesting that this sort of fundamentally aesthetic approach. I mean, there I do see an interesting overlap with your day job. I mean, it seems that
There is an overlap, right?
It's elegance in both senses of the.
And don't tell anyone that the subtext of my logos are really extraordinary, but don't tell anyone. You'll think I'm obsessed by it.
So tell me I would like to know a little bit more
Right.
about your intellectual development. I guess maybe after that moment on the beach, because I feel like something so all-encompassing. It's the kind of thing that could make you feel like you were going a bit crazy at some point as it sort of unfolds. Did you, after that moment in Barbados, did it all fall into place within,
No, so it's
within a week?
actually
or?
somewhat interesting, okay?
Right.
So, at first I said I had to get back to New York to a big library. If it happened today, the Barbados moment, I would go on Google.
Yeah.
But then you couldn't Google potential. You had to go to the libraries
Yeah.
and get the encyclopedias and go to the indexes, and etc., and check out if anybody had said it. But I'll tell you frankly, my quick chronology. I have an intellectual consigliere, or sounding board.
Okay.
His name is Stephen Gross.
Okay. I've seen a couple of mentions of him.
Yeah, we were in high school together. We're friends to this day.
Okay.
And all my, so to speak, alleged intellectual works, he's my sounding board.
What's his profession?
He teaches science in Israel.
Okay.
Okay. But he's, what he is, there's no substitute for, because he can integrate dozens of fields. He reads like a book a week since he's a kid, and he remembers it,
right.
and he integrates it. And he's a religious individual, Jewish religious individual, but he's, he's objective about this as well. And I'm very lucky to have him as a friend. And we're in touch, say 2-3 times a week.
Right.
And I bounce everything off him as a reality check. I don't always listen to him, but I bounce it off him. You understand? Because he'll give me the hardest time possible.
Right.
It makes you look very easy. You understand? He's
Okay.
like you 3 times,
Okay.
and you're doing your job.
Okay.
And he's doing his job because he cannot let me make a move, which is a mistake. Because if I make one bad move, I will be crucified by this community or that community.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we speak, they have the daggers ready.
Right.
Because nobody wants an interloper encroaching on their field. Ever. I probably won't either.
Right.
And the stakes are sort of high for the people at the pinnacle of various establishments. Because here I'm saying, great, you're wonderful, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
And you missed it. And so it's a very bitter pill to swallow. Now, I'm not looking to cause problems. I'm looking to actually liberate, etc., and have an intellectual discussion. That's what we were brought up as kids. That it's all a debate and discussion. Work it out, including this interview. Thrash it out, and let the powerful ideas succeed. Yeah.
I mean, did you, just to be absolutely devil's advocate and
Right.
blunt, and don't be offended by this, do you think that some of those people who you think are like threatened by what you're saying actually just think that you're some crank? I mean, like, why would they take you seriously?
I'm sure some people think I'm a crank.
Right.
And I'm sure some people are threatened. I'm sure some people don't think I'm a crank, and I'm not threatened.
Right.
They're different combinations.
Right. They just think you're wrong because they've got their own theories.
Or maybe they just don't have time for it.
Right, right,
You know,
right.
there are many possibilities. The many possibilities. I think the first to emerge are those who are threatened.
Right.
And the last to emerge are those who are weighing it. If I were in that community, I would weigh this. I wouldn't open my mouth.
Yeah.
Frankly, let's see what we're talking about here. What are we dealing with here? Frankly, there are two basic possibilities.
Yeah.
Either it's profound or it's absurd. There's really no in the middle here, respectfully speaking.
Right.
There's no in the middle here. And my job is to put it on the table and let the world decide if it's profound or absurd. Luckily, we're in this internet age where it should get an airing, hopefully.